Hi, everybody.
Hi.
I'm Caleb.
I'm Linksy.
And this is Think Outside the Coop.
Yeah. He's like, okay, I was here for intro.
I'm here for the intro, that's it. Today we're talking about manifesting.
Manifestation.
Yeah. What does manifesting mean to you?
What does it mean?
How can you manifest something in your life? We took a break, by the way, in case anybody actually is watching.
I graduated.
Yeah.
It was a big week.
Yeah. Finals.
Yeah.
Graduated.
Finals week. I'm done with school.
You're getting clean
finals. Now? Yeah. I started my journey of sobriety for real this time.
Yeah. I battled depression within myself. Trying to find the positivities within my life again instead of getting stuck in a rut.
I guess we just felt a little lost last week and needed some time to recuperate and go within ourselves and kind of figure out where we wanted to be and how we wanted to traverse this like new chapter in our life. Yeah,
it really is.
For real.
This is becoming the end of the year, and I always felt like, as the beginning of a new year, I mean, everybody talks about like, oh, your New Year resolutions and stuff like that. Yes, but to soak in how that year went, like, don't just forget about it and be like, oh, this year's over with. You know, I can start fresh. Yeah, you can, but you need to recognize the year that we've lived.
Reflect on the year that you had and what did it mean? What could have gone better? What resolutions did you have that you didn't complete and why? I think that's a big part of why resolutions don't work for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Is you never reflect on why they didn't work.
Yeah. You don't understand the why
and
really dig deep to how come it didn't work. So with that, we also had a lot of discussions about the future of our year to come, you know, and we also talked about the future of these podcasts as well. And I think it's going to be the same kind of vibe. I think we're going to have a little bit more direction. I think we're going to have a bit more focus on subjects that we're going to do and really hone in on it instead of kind of jumping around. Like the ADHD is fun, but I think it's good to kind of really hone in on a topic and we can educate and bring some stuff to the table, you know?
Yeah, put a little bit more effort into it and in terms of like empirical evidence. And also like just taking time to journal about it ourselves and what we actually want to talk about. Before it was kind of just free form and we kind of liked it that way because we were getting started and we were trying to figure out which direction we wanted to take it and see if it would form itself. And it obviously it does and has.
Surely does. Yeah. That's another thing about manifesting was we manifested this podcast. We came to that morning that we started the first one and it was just kind of like, I want to do this, you know, and it took a little bit of pushing and you were also like, I want to do this too. And once we kind of got that started, this is what I want to do. Like, this is what we're going to make, you know, like this is where we want to go with this. So
yeah, manifestation for me is a 2-part process. And I think people forget the second part. It's like, I want this. And then you never actually like make the action to make it happen.
Yeah.
The manifestation gets your goals out there, helps you cement them, and then from that you need to have a plan of action on your own accord.
Yeah,
like it's a 2-part. You can't just expect the universe to give you stuff if you aren't showing the universe that you deserve it.
Agreed. Yeah, you need to be worthy of it, but also like put in the effort of where it's needed. You know, you can't just lay here with your lap open expecting it's gonna just come to you. You know, like you got to get up and work for it too, you know?
You have to at least start somewhere so that somebody or whatever you want to happen, they see that. And it's like, wow, like you're really working towards this. I want to pour into this. And I think manifestation really happens because other people believe in you too. Other people bring this wealth of information that they have and they see that this is something not only that you want, but something that you're striving towards.
Yeah, absolutely. I think people can sense and kind of feel when people are really headed in a direction like that. You know, I've noticed it.
You do. You can like feel it. You see it on somebody.
You can tell somebody's really like, that guy's got it.
Like,
you know,
wow, that
like
energy is there.
He's really pushing for pursuing whatever he wants. You know, like he wants to be the best tattoo artist in the Pacific Northwest or whatever. And it's like, how is,
Putting in the
how do you
work,
do that?
the
Yeah,
passion,
you put the work,
the talent, the
the
skill,
outreach.
the desire.
Yeah.
But I think maybe we need to go a little bit smaller and like, what about somebody who doesn't know what they want to manifest or what their passion is? I think that can be a really overwhelming feeling when it's like, I want to manifest, but like, one, I don't feel like I deserve this, or two, I don't even know which way I want to go. It's scary, to choose a path and work towards it. It feels kind of like, I guess, kind of cringy to be like, oh, I deserve this. I believe that this is mine in the universe already. And it's like, I don't even know if this is the thing I actually want,
Yeah. I think it comes to like attitude first. At least that's how I've found it to be. I'm
It
sure
has to start with attitude.
Yeah, I believe it really has to start with attitude. It's hard to do a mood swing shift when you're kind of in a negative space. I deal with it quite frequently.
Yeah, I would say damn near impossible. If you're in a negative mood, like depressed or just like very low energy, it's hard to find that desire and passion and that flow of energy within your source to propel you to the next to the next part.
Yeah.
To the action part.
All that it takes is a simple shift. And it's hard to be that one shift for yourself if you don't believe it. But,
or have somebody that's going to help inspire you.
Oh, well, yeah. Somebody outside of
it.
you help you believe in that is always a benefit. But if you're trying to find it within yourself, then, reaching for something, a simple phrase, just being like, I'm worthy of this, or like, I am determined to find a job, or I am I am motivated to get out of bed and go do something today, or I am inspired to learn something new, or I am creative to draw something again. It's something simple like that. You don't even have to, it's not even the work itself to do it. It's just saying that to yourself, just being like, yes, I can. Just speaking those words out into the universe have so much weight to it that even just like saying it can and does begin the cycle. It kind of starts up the feeling of like in the universe where it's like, okay, there's something going on here. Like you want to be doing something,
I just saw something. There was a study done that people who use they were using affirmations, but I assume it would relate to manifestation as well because it's all something that happens within your mind, right?
Yeah.
That people who use affirmations and don't truly believe them, it actually has a negative effect.
Yeah.
And so there has to be some sort of belief there as well. So I think especially if you're just starting to manifest or use affirmations or journal even, you need to find something that you can actually believe in. So maybe start small. If you are just learning to manifest, I remember when I first started manifesting, it was a scary thing for me to do because I had come from a Christian background and that was considered
it's almost witchcraft.
It was considered witchcraft.
You're creating power.
Yeah, and I was scared that that's what I was doing. That I was like,
I don't want to say anything, but I just cut everything completely.
Yeah.
Religion is praise on the weak. I know it can. Yes, I know
it
that
can also
those
be
who
a
have
place of wellspring for those who are weak in a moment of weakness.
Yeah, there's greatness to
the strength in numbers, to a good community, a good religious community. However, I feel like in recent years, a lot of people have moved towards spiritualism, and the ones who have stayed in religion are the ones who either want to find some sort of power in an identity and self-esteem in being better than other people.
Yeah, well, because it's like a competition, if you will.
I mean, we're all in competition. The upwards comparison, downwards comparison. We're always, whether we want to or not, we unconsciously are always comparing ourselves to others. And this could be brought back into manifestation where if you can find some sort of power in your religion, that can become a wellspring of self-esteem and community that brings positive things into your life and makes you feel like you can do anything. And also, if if your beliefs and your identity is rolled up into this idea that I have this self-esteem because these other people are lesser than me, I think that's where it becomes an issue.
Yeah.
And that's one of the reasons that I started to like wonder about my own religion and like my own beliefs, which brought me into manifestation because I was searching for something spiritual. When I first started manifesting, I started really, really small. I remember like, I was just like, what is something that I really want in life? And I just like, whatever came to mind, mine was peace. Like I was manifesting peace. And what does peace look like to me? And it started small. It was inward. The peace had to come from inside before I could find it in my external world. And so I think finding something that you know that you, like, I have control over this, you know?
Yeah.
What about you? Like, when did you start? I don't actually know that I know when you started understanding, like, what is manifestation, started doing it for yourself. And
Sure, yeah. I mean, I knew about manifesting since, like, middle school, thanks to my other mom. Like, one mom was raised very heavy Christian, and one mom was raised pretty relaxed Buddhist. So I kind of got a very different pull of perspectives. And that created a duality in my life to where it's like I was like either uptight and like dedicated Christian boy, and the other one was kind of like this free-willed little Buddhist Bob Marley jamming kid, you know? And the Bob Marley jamming one won over the years.
More congruent with
Well,
who you
yeah,
are on the inside.
absolutely. It's who I am as a person, but just the pressure of a forced lifestyle on somebody is unhealthy in any degree. Even if it's something that they want to do and somebody's forcing it, it has that kind of congestion feeling to where it's like, oh, they're like pressuring me to be something. I don't like that pressure. I would much rather find this and do this on my own. So I kind of broke off with that. But true manifestation, like I knew about it in middle school and stuff. I didn't truly know until I lived with my other mom and kind of realized the power behind.
That's 3 moms, by the way.
3 moms. The true power of manifestation and what it can do. Because boy, oh boy, when you tap into the source, when you tap into the universe, you tap in with God, you tap in with your partner, you tap in with the cats and the chickens and the grasshoppers everywhere. You can feel that it's like this river flowing, a consciousness that everybody is a part of, and it really creates something surreal. It's beautiful, you can do anything with that knowledge. Yeah.
It kind of is power.
It's power because of its knowledge. It's because of knowing and learning that it creates power. That's all. It's not power itself.
Our bodies are made of energy. And that's why manifestation makes sense to me.
Yeah, manifesting, I understood what it could be and what it can do for someone. A lot of that too, like through my trade school. Not manifestations, but we had like affirmations because we did welding and stuff like that. So at the beginning of the day, like the group that I was with, we would be like, hey, like I want to make this today. And it was more of like a production affirmation, but it was more of like, I want to complete this today. And my teacher, Randy, shout out to Randy if he's still there. He was the one who started those like affirmations in the morning. Like we'd sit down in the TIG welding shop and he'd be like, all right, like what's your plan today? Like what are you going to accomplish? Like what are you going to do today? And it was like, can you make this? Like, can you make this happen? And there's a lot of days that it was like, oh, I'm going to weld this 8-foot chunk section of this 2-inch pipe. I'm going to bevel them down and I'm going to weld them up and I'm going to make 4 seams today. And yeah, maybe I only did 2. Yeah. And that's just how the day went. And we would talk at the end of the day and be like, what happened? And it's like, oh, I got distracted. I helped someone else with this project for an hour.
Yes, you reflected on it.
Yeah, or I fucked up on part of my welds. So I had to cut it and grind it down and do it over again. And there was no mistakes. It was just like, okay, like you shot after a goal and you failed. That's okay. Like, let's find out what happens tomorrow, you know? And it was a bit deflating at night because it's like, you know, oh, I wish I would have done those 4 welds and I only got 2 today. But tomorrow's another great day. And I would wake up with an attitude being like, the day is mine, you know? The day is mine that I can do whatever I want to do.
Yeah.
And now I've kind of gotten back to that attitude again, waking up in the morning saying that today is going to be a great day because I want it to be.
Yeah.
Because I choose for it to be a great day.
Having a mantra.
Yeah,
that
a mantra.
brings you back to that manifestation or
yeah,
affirmation.
that I choose for it to be a great day. And by golly, I don't know how else to describe it, but people, the world picks up on that and knows that you've put some good energy out into something, and it just
because you emanate it,
feeds it back. Yeah.
If you believe it and you feel it, you emanate it, and that brings like us back to self-fulfilling prophecy. If you have a self-fulfilling prophecy that I'm going to succeed, rather than everyone hates me, I'm going to be abandoned, I suck at everything.
That's also
It's a manifestation. When you're doing that, you are literally manifesting negativity into your life.
Yeah.
Not to say that like you should feel guilty or shameful for having those thoughts, because those thoughts are human. However, when you recognize them, you need to double back and have a mantra to hold on. That's why I love mantras. They're easy, they're quick, they're efficient, and they can get you right back on track so easily when you notice that you're having, you know, those negative self-talk moments.
Yeah.
Which everyone has.
Everybody does.
You could be the best manifester and affirmationer in the world and still have negative self-talk sometimes, because the world we live in is so negative.
Well, you're taking on the world too, and there is negativity in the world, and you just tap into it sometimes, and you're like, well, how could I ever think of something so awful in my mind? And it's like, well, maybe it wasn't even my own thought. It just flew in from somewhere else. Yeah. And that's okay.
We're always receiving
process
energy,
this and it's like, get through it and find that positive mantra to get yourself out of that, you know?
What do you have? Your positive mantra is, I'm going to have a good day because I choose to every morning?
Well, I like to say that in the mornings, but I like to say, it's going to be a great day because I want it to be, you know?
I have a couple that I come back, and it just depends on the negative thought that I'm having and where it lands. But one that really got me through the beginning of our relationship and kept me on the right path when I was really trying to go back to some negative coping mechanisms and negative self-talk was, what's meant to be will be, and just like have faith in that. Yeah. And that was one that still gets me through when I'm feeling like not enough, or feeling like the world is against me, and just that flexible feeling of, well, whatever happens, it may not be what I expected, but it's for me. Yeah. It's meant for me, and it's just, it is what it is, right? So what's the point of making it feel like holding on to this thing that is never going to be? Yeah,
let go, let it be, let them.
I think that's an important part of manifestation, is manifest and let go of the expectation. Because when you manifest and you hold on to this view of, maybe I had thought when I manifested peace, maybe I thought that manifesting peace meant that I moved far away from my family, because at that point I was feeling a lot of dissent in my family unit and that structure. I would have never met you if I'd done that.
Yeah.
You know, and you became a lot of that peace. You brought a lot of that peace with you, and a lot of those thought processes that brought me a lot of peace and comfortability. And if I had an expectation of what peace was going to look like in my life, I would have never actually found the thing that was meant for me. You know?
Right. I mean, if I never would have chose to really have that failure where I was with the Forest Service, and decide to come back and try again and really prove my worth, and to grow and make myself the best that I could be, I would have never came back to this place again. I would have been like, fuck this place. Yeah. I would have gone somewhere else. But it was because of that attitude. It's like, I want to show myself to the world that I can do better, you know, because I let go. And because of that, I moved here and found you.
Wow. See, and you had an expectation for what that would look like, and it wasn't at all.
No.
In fact, I would say that your expectations almost stopped you from having the thing that was what was meant for you.
Yeah.
In that situation, I had to like snap you up.
Yeah, we'll have to talk about that one.
That'll be
time.
a conversation for another day.
We'll talk about our relationship breakthrough and the positivities now. And I gotta say that this year has been the best year and the worst year of my life together, and it's been
hard.
Incredible.
It's been challenging. It's been moving, a lot of moving pieces, a lot of places we've never been, trying to traverse that.
Things are kind of falling into place, and it's stressful because it's out of our hands.
It's like setting a broken bone, you know? It's for the greater good of the stability of your body.
But
no, me neither, but it looks painful.
It looks horrible.
People always scream when it happens, so.
Yeah, that's not good.
How do you know when something is for you? You've manifested, you've let go of the expectations, but now how do I know when that thing comes that it's the thing for me? We'll say you're in a job and you're walking on the street and some guy is like, hey, I think that you should try this new job. And to you, it could be something like a red flag, or it could be something interesting.
Some potential.
Yeah. For me, I monitor my body. How does my body feel? Do I have like a lot of anxiety? Sometimes that anxiety and fear can be your body like, this is scary, this is going to challenge us, maybe we don't do that. Or the fear could be saying like, no, this is not right. I think if you're like losing sleep over something, over like you've made a decision and you're losing sleep over it, or like say it's like, no, I'm not going to take it. I'm just going to stay in my mundane job that I know what's going to happen. And then at night you can't fall asleep. It's all you're thinking about is this decision. You start feeling a lot of like external pressure in your job that's making you start to feel unhappy. I feel like stuff like that can be a sign. Or like in a relationship, if you're in a relationship and you're not sure whether to stay or go because it's good enough, but you're just not feeling fully satisfied.
Yeah.
I think that lack of satisfaction is like a hey.
Well, yeah, absolutely, because it's your body and your mind and your spirit is all kind of in agreement, being like, hey, this isn't enough. Mm-hmm. Like you should take this new job. You should leave this relationship. You should move. Like
there's something bigger
there's something
more
bigger going on
to the life that you
take
really
that.
Deserve.
Yeah, take that opportunity. And I like to go headfirst into most situations that I do. And it's always brought good luck because I come in with such like good charismatic energy anyways. And I always try to find like the best place where I fit. So jumping in head first has never been a concern for me. I do quite well with that. In fact, I do great like moving to new states entirely and just not even knowing anything. I thrive in new situations. And some people don't. Some people are very uncomfortable, and that's maybe what they're losing sleep over is their comfortability of being like, this is all I know. Like this is home to me. This is comfort. And to do something new is uncomfortable and I have to like let go. But knowing that when you let go, like, oh, like you've already thought of the worst case scenario. Like you keep yourself up at night, not sleeping because of the worst case scenario. And this is another one of those mantras that I've learned and picked out throughout the years. Now that I've already thought of the worst thing, it can only get better from here. And I've been right 100% of that. And if there is something that is actually worse, then it wasn't bad, you know, like it wasn't healthy to say, or it wasn't like the right decision, but it wasn't a wrong mistake, you know, it was just like what was meant to be. And that's what I have to live with was like, I fell into the groove of what it was meant to be. And even if it caused a lot of like physical or emotional or mental or spiritual damage to me, that I have to accept that was the right decision to make anyways, you know?
But it brought you in the right place. Or
It did.
Or
even at the cost of it being something for me.
There's definitely things in my life where I felt like I could have learned that lesson in a less painful way, for sure. Or learned it sooner and not gone the same cycle over and over and over. And I think what you're pointing to is like knowing your disposition and knowing like what are things that have not worked out for me in the past that I keep doing.
Yeah, why does this cycle keep happening? Like, why am I on the same boat again?
And so if you recognize that like, oh, these are the same feelings I had this other time I did a similar thing, that could be a red flag to pay attention to as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're following the same footsteps you've done 12 times, what were the outcomes of those 12 times?
Yeah, you know what's going to happen and what brings you there.
Yeah.
And how can you choose a better, different path that's going to get you where you need to be.
Yeah.
Manifestation shouldn't be just like trying to find the same thing you've always found. It's about forging a new path, a path that's going to help you grow and change as a person.
Yeah.
And make your life expansive rather than the same narrow pathway you've been taking your entire life already. That's like, hey, I saw this tree already. Are we going in circles?
It's a deja vu.
Yeah.
Like knowing that there's
deja vu, different time, different place, same situation.
Ooh, yeah. If you're sitting there at home watching something, and all of a sudden you got this feeling where you're like, I've been here before. Like, I've been in the same boat. Like, why am I back here again? Like, why? How did I end up here again? That is a deja vu. And to recognize that it's a deja vu, it takes a lot of strength. But knowing that you're in the same place again, you like knowing what the outcome is already, you have the understanding that you know what the outcome will be. You can predict the future of what exactly is going to happen again.
There's like a recognition of, I know where I've been in order to know where you need to go.
I know where this is going to go if I do the same decision again. So what am I going to do to change that? You know?
I think manifestation is definitely a lot more complicated than they make it seem, because it really does have all of these parts. And if you're finding that you're manifesting and it's not working, maybe take some time to journal or talk to a good friend who knows you well, or your therapist if you are going to therapy.
Yeah.
And just say like, what are some things you've seen me do, or some pathways you've seen me take that are destructive to my life and to the place I want to be. And that's how you know you're serious, if you're willing to hear what you're not great at or what you need to like do better at in your life.
Yeah.
Once you're at that spot and you're like, I can face my worst self with pride and say, I don't want to be this person anymore, and open that up to the world and be willing to have that vulnerability. I think that's a big part of the first step to being on your most expansive.
If you don't have that friend, or you don't have a therapist, if you don't have a coworker, you have us. Reach out in the comments. Maybe I'll write my own comment.
We could get you on the podcast and
talk
have
about
a conversation about it.
Yeah, we could. Reach out in the comments. What does manifestation mean to you? You know, what does it mean to manifest? What would you like to manifest in life? You know, like, what do you strive for? What do you want to make happen? Mm-hmm. Please reach out. We're trying to make this much more of a community thing. Yeah. And our hearts and mind have kind of changed from when we first were starting these 3 months ago until now. I think every 3 months we should kind of do a recap and check up on ourselves. But
I think that's an important thing to do in any
I think
part
it's a
of
great
your life.
place. But yeah, I would much rather focus on these podcasts and us helping educating, you know, like, I want to educate. I want to help people. I want people to find a comfort, you know, a solace here with us in our backyard, with the coop, with Gare.
Mm-hmm. With that, I also would like to invite you all to challenge us in the comments as well. If you hear something and you're like, that doesn't sound quite right. I mean, we're human and we're still figuring this stuff on our own. And we're here to share what we have at this point, but we're also, you know, at the beginning of our journey, as anyone is. You're on the beginning until you die.
Yeah.
You know, it's always a new journey.
Caleb's full of shit, and I'll take that face on and then be like, okay, I'll need to reevaluate myself, you know?
Yeah.
So reach out.
Yeah, and while you're here, make sure you're hitting that subscribe button, hitting like if you enjoyed what we talked about today. And if you didn't enjoy it, let us know in the comments why and what we can do to make it better.
We'll change that. Yeah.
We'll try.
We're ever growing.
I mean, we're only able to do what we're able to do. But if you like hate our personalities, sorry, that's not changing.
That's right.
Just go find somebody else, I guess.
Let's go find someone else. Next week, we're getting your sister on. And I think that's going to be, yes, I think it's going to be a great time.
I don't know if she'll be willing to do that, but we're going to try.
I'm manifesting it right now. It's going to be great.
If we get it, you'll know our manifestations worked.
Yeah, there you go.
You don't know how powerful
the power of
really
manifestations
are.
with other people's manifestations.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we got tons of other friends that we wrote down that we want to reach out to. So we got some lovely podcasts coming down the pipeline.
That's right.
We got our AI dungeon.
Yeah, our gaming AI dungeon.
First one should be dropping this week. You'll see it down below in the videos. Mm-hmm. So we also want to be aware of how much AI and how much power we're using, how responsible we can be ethically using AI. So we're going to keep track of all that we do with AI, and we're going to make a log. And at the end of our adventure, our AI adventure, we're going to log how much power we used, how much wattage, how much coal, how many pounds was that?
How much water.
How much water. And maybe we'll try to do something back for community-wise and reach out and be like, hey, we use this much, we want to give this much to somewhere else that's needed, you know?
Be responsible with how you're using what's given to us. We live in such a privileged time, and it's hard to recognize how much humans really are impacting. And so it's important to look at how we're using these gifts that we've been giving responsibly so we can give back to these beautiful creatures that live here as well.
Well said.
Including ourselves.
Yeah, including you.
Yeah.
Including us.
On that extremely happy note. Talk about manifestation. Fettuccine here used to be the bottom of the pack. She
chases our cat around the yard.
She was the runt, and Nacho was big hen on campus, and now Fettuccine runs this place. Talk about confidence and just believing, and the entire flock, like even our giant cat, who all the other cats in the
is hiding on top of our grill.
He's hiding from her right now. She is hilarious. I love her. Everyone needs to be Fettuccine. Like, have the confidence that you can and you will.
Yeah.
She's straight up
have the confidence that you can and you will.
Yeah. What?
Give me some skin.
Dab me up, bro.
No. Dab me up is like cup it. Yeah.
So lame.
So lame.
It's already recording. They saw all that.
They saw all that.
They saw me failing the dab.
You didn't fail the dab. You did great. Whatever time of day it is. Yeah, it's the chair. That's just me. In reality, I'm actually 5'2". Which means you're like 4'9".
I'm taller than you right now. I'm like 5'8" right now.
I guess as you're sitting. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
I'm Caleb.
I'm Linksy.
And this is Thinking Outside the Coop. Fuck, think outside. What am I? Okay. Yeah, we love you. Thanks for joining today.
Do something to make yourself happy this week.
Yeah.
Do something that brings you joy.
Yeah.
Do something kind for somebody else.
And find a good manifestation within yourself.
Find something to look forward to.
Yeah, absolutely.
We believe in you. You got the power in you.
You got the power.
You got the party in you.
We got more podcasts down below over here.
Mm-hmm. Over there?
Yeah.
Over here, we got some gaming, though.
Yeah, some doper
You should
nopes.
check that out if you like games.
They're pretty great. They're pretty funny.
And you should check this out if you like Gare.
Oh, yeah. Mr. Gare.
Right here. If you like Gare, you hit the subscribe button right here.
The subscribe.
He's like, get me out of here.